Hi, I'm Ricky,
And I'm Monica. We have 8 children.
and we believe in family.
Hey friends, for the last few years we have hosted children from other countries, we have also adopted, and we have fostered.
We kind of wanted to share a video, basically from the perspective of our kids. What is it like to be in a family that has had so many kids come in and out of their home, and also some kids that have come and stayed? And I know that for us, making decisions like fostering and adoption, obviously we consider how it impacts the kids that we currently have in our home, our biological kids. A lot of times people ask us, how are your kids responding? How are your kids interacting? How do your kids feel about it? And so on and so forth. And we know that for a lot of people, this might be a kind of an area of fear, that maybe you're hesitant to adopt or foster because you're kind of concerned about how it's going to impact the life of your family as it currently is. And so we wanted to share just a video just to allow them to be honest and open and see what they have to say. We don't know what they're going to say because we haven't rehearsed this. So
we haven't prepped them.
This is just us having an honest conversation in front of you guys. Let's start with we have fostered kids. Anybody know how many kids we fostered?
2.
A guess?
Good try, Nina.
Like 5?
I think more than 5.
7? 10.
Fostering, we've probably had close to 10 kids that have come in and out of our homes. What is it like to have to share your room with a kid that's very new and that you don't really know?
Sure.
It's fun. It's really
It's fun?
Yes.
Why is it fun, Sarah Beth?
Because you get to make friends with them and have fun, and you get to do a lot of new things.
It's a great answer, Sarah.
And you want to add anything else?
No.
What is it like sharing your room with a kid that's only going to be there sometimes for a week? Good, bad? What do you think?
Is it hard sometimes?
Yes.
Is it always good? Yes, no, go ahead.
Why is it
You can
hard?
answer.
Hard sometimes if the kid is screaming. No.
There's an honest answer.
It's hard if the kid's screaming at night.
Sure.
Why is it hard?
No.
Because if during that week, if you make friends with them, they just leave.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you'd rather they stay?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
And one of the things that we want to share is that we always, like my husband said in the beginning, we're a team, and so we always let the kids know, in terms of fostering, that the kids that we get will not stay with our family, because we've usually been more of a transitional foster family than actually having the kids long term, and so we prep our kids in the beginning when the kids get here, that we don't know the timeline for them being here, and so what Noah said was true. Sometimes it's really hard because they're investing into them and becoming their friends and getting to know them, and then all of a sudden they have to leave.
Now, we've also fostered or hosted kids that came from other countries, like Colombia and Ukraine. We've had, how many kids do you think we've hosted? Any idea?
2.
Good try, Colton.
3. 4. 10.
7.
I think around
it's been
7
7.
kids.
Yeah.
Now let's think about the kids that we hosted from Ukraine and Colombia. And maybe you're interested in hosting, but this also applies if you want to adopt a kid that's coming from another country. So when we host a kid from another country, what's one of the first things that's kind of tough?
Well, I don't know.
When they come from another country,
They don't speak our language.
they might not speak English. So what is it like? Think about a kid that we hosted, like the boy and girl from Colombia, or like some of the older kids that came from Ukraine. What is it like having to spend time with a kid that you can't speak to because they don't speak English? Who wants to answer that question?
It's weird.
It's weird. Why?
Because when you're trying to speak to them they don't understand you, and when they're trying to speak to you, we don't understand them.
Does it frustrate you? Do you get upset, or is it just a fun little game that you have
No,
to play?
it's a fun little game.
What are some of the ways that you try to connect with the kids even though you can't speak to them?
I was trying to
Hold on, let Sarah answer.
I was trying to connect to one of the kids by playing games with her.
Oh.
That's a great idea.
What else?
I connect to the kids by showing them what I'm trying to say.
Oh, so it's like show and tell, or like charades.
Or sometimes drawing a picture so that they know what you're talking about. David, what do you think?
Did you guys enjoy learning a little bit about their language and trying to learn how to speak to them?
Yeah.
Now, we've hosted kids and fostered kids, but these are all kids that came into our home for a little bit and then went away. But we've also adopted kids. So we have 3 kids, right? So what is it like adopting a kid? Okay, let's let everybody have a chance. Jojo, why did it feel weird?
Because a kid that you don't know is randomly coming into your family and is being your brother.
Okay, David, you said it felt happy. Why?
Because he looks like a fun kid, and he gets to be feeling that he gets to be our brother for the rest of our lives.
So you were excited?
Yes.
That's fun.
What about you, Sarah Beth?
It's really nice because there's someone new coming into your family and you got to meet him and know more about him, and he turns out like a really nice brother. And
Now, with our kids that we adopted, and we adopted 3, they all have special needs, and 2 of them can't really speak at all. So one of the kids we adopted, Grace, is in a wheelchair. So how did you feel about that when you saw her for the first time and know that she was going to be your sister?
it feels weird and happy.
Why did it feel weird?
Because once someone comes in to your family, you would start to think that they can talk, but once you try to talk to them, they don't speak. But it's fun because you get to play with them, and it's really fun. And yeah.
Somebody else want to say something? What is it like adopting a kid who has some special needs?
It feels weird at first because they don't talk to you and they do kind of bad stuff because they've never been in a real family before. But once you get used to it and they get much more kinder, it's fun.
Are you happy to have them as brothers and sisters, and are you happy and you would want them to be your brother and sister for the rest of your life?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you see them as your brother and your sister?
Yes. Yes.
Do you like playing with them?
Yes. You don't really get to play with them.
No, we do.
With
You do,
Nikita,
but-
it's fun, and Judah, but you don't really get to play with Graceland.
Yeah, because she's in a wheelchair, so she can't do a lot of things.
And now I'll ask one question as well. Would you guys do it again? Would you guys want us to adopt
Yes.
again?
Yeah.
No.
I don't know.
It's an honest answer. David, what do you think?
Yes. Yes, I do.
And what would be your hesitation
Sorry.
if we wanted to?
I smelled it too. Danny, you're in the video. Now nobody's gonna subscribe to our channel.
Danny, sit up.
Sit up for 1 second. Last
I'm
question.
freezing.
Okay,
All right.
last question. Ask it again.
All right. Noah, why would you not want to adopt again?
It's scary at first. Because someone you've never known is about to become your brother or sister.
Yeah. Yeah. Is that not nice answer, Noah? David, how about you?
It's happy because you get a new brother and sister.
And what's hard? What would be hard about it? You think, like you said, that you're not sure if you'd want to adopt again.
What would be hard about it is going to the other country to get them.
What if we adopted? Yeah, but what if we adopted a kid from our state, so we wouldn't have to travel?
That would be nice.
That would be nice. Like, we want to encourage you guys that, yeah, if you are considering fostering or adopting, that it is an adventure for all of you.
Yeah.
It really is a team effort. And even though, like they've shared, there's some fears and worries and, you know, things that might make them timid, but there's also a lot of joy. You guys liked all the time we fostered and hosted?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
In reality, everything we do as a family. So everything affects everybody, and that's why we have regular family meetings. We call them family meetings. We have regular times that we spend together daily, actually, where we get together and we just ask each other how we're doing, or we'll address some issues of, you know, the heart as we sense them, or as we're making big decisions. Ricky and I our children are always the first ones that we consult. It's funny because a lot of people will find out later and they'll always say, you guys didn't tell anybody. And really what I want to share is that we told our kids first, because our kids are our team, and everything we do together. You'll really never find Ricky and I making a decision that we're not co-laboring with our children, because they have insight, they have input, they actually hear from the Lord, they have thoughts, and we want to be sensitive to what they're thinking about and how they're feeling, because ultimately when we bring new children into our house, we're going to have to be a team.